All right. I've let this marinate for about a day. Okay. For those of you who don't know, I'm a huge soccer fan. I'm also, as a shock to nobody, American. Um, and for my entire life, the U.S. men's national team has been mediocre, I guess is the best word. Mediocre, borderline kind of pathetic for how big our country is and for how athletic our country is and for realistically how good our team should be if we put any amount of resources into it. Um that's to say this World Cup comes around. We've played great, you know. We played great in the group stage. We played great against Bosnia, even a man down, whatever, right? I knew Belgium was going to be difficult. I'm not delusional. I didn't think we were going to fucking win. You know what I mean? I think I didn't think that we were going to blow them out of the water, and I didn't think we were going to have a dominant win. But I did think we were going to show up. There is so much to talk about. There's so much to talk about. Uh, Individual performances. We'll get into that later. And there's a lot to talk about there. But I think let's just start with the lead up to this game, right? You're going to play Belgium. You're going to play a top European nation. I know it's not a France. I know it's not a Spain. I know it's not a Portugal, whatever. You're going to play Belgium. Now, not only is there history there, there's the 2-1 history, Tim Howard's great game, whatever, right? There's history with this team. Now that there's beef between the two teams because of the whole Flo Balogun situation, getting him back, the red card, whatever. As an American fan, was I happy to see it? Absolutely. Am I still a little worried about the integrity of the sport? Also, absolutely. Donald Trump made the phone call, and the call got reversed. And the Trump curse hit us, you know? Whatever Trump touches turns to fucking ash. But the performance that we went out there and gave against a team who, granted, is superior than us was nothing short of the most irrefutably disappointing performance in USMNT history. We went into this game confident. We went into this game looking better and more complete than I've seen a USMNT roster in my entire life. I lived through Clint Dempsey. I lived through Landon Donovan. We had nothing else. Jose Altidore, whatever. You know, Tim Howard. If he was on this team, we win that game. This team is a Tim Howard away from being a genuine quarterfinalist. Like a solid quarterfinalist. I genuinely believe that. Watching this game did nothing but remind me of what the USMNT soccer really is. It's something that's on the back mind of America. It's something that we have only just started paying attention to, and it is something that will never be great until some drastic changes happen. And I'm saying this because we're having Tim Ream start. I know I said I was going to get individual performances later. It's been fogging my mind. Tim Ream is 38. Tim Ream makes $76,000 a year, something like that. Tim Ream plays in the MLS. Tim Ream is a starting center back comfortably on the U.S. men's national team. We're talking about a starting 11 that features the likes of Christian Pulisic, who we'll talk about in a minute, who plays for AC Milan, Villarreal from Alex Freeman. We're talking fucking Sergino Dest playing in Europe as well. Flo Balogun through Arsenal's system, who we'll also get into. Malik Tillman, Weston McKennie, Tyler Adams, all these players in Europe. And our defense, Chris Richards, Tim Ream, and David Freese. Possibly the worst performance I've ever seen from a back three. Ever. In the history of watching soccer. I mean, I have FootMob pulled up here. So if you see me looking to my right, I'm just looking. 4.6 for David Freese. 4.8 for Chris Richards. 4.4 for Tim Ream. I said David Freese. I meant Matt Freese. David Freese was the fucking hero for the Cardinals in 2011. Matt Freese. That's what I meant. These three put on an absolute howler of a performance. Some of the worst soccer I've ever played. Chris Richards was fine for a majority of the game. He blew his assignment on the first goal, blew his assignment on the second goal, gave away the ball at the end of the game, but I kind of looked past that. It was a 92nd minute goal or something like that. Let me see. Yeah, 93rd minute goal, right? You're trying to make something happen. You got to gamble. He lost the gamble. Lukaku scored, whatever. Tim Ream genuinely played like he had a fucking lobotomy 30 minutes before game time. He was a fucking statue on multiple occasions. He was a statue for Lukaku's goal, letting that shit go in. The third goal was, in my opinion, just as much on him as it was on David Freese. Now, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's walk through this game here. Let's really break down what happened here. This video's gonna be fully unedited. It's just gonna be me fucking yelling, right? Because I came into this with hope. So much hope against Belgium. A 2-1 loss. A solid, hard-fought 2-1 loss would have been fine. A solid, hard-fought 1-0 loss would have been fine. Fuck, even a solid, hard-fought 3-1 loss would have been fine. But what we got was some of the most immature, disgusting, pathetic fart of a display that I've seen the USMNT play since probably Panama, when we still had Greg Berhalter as our coach. Pochettino is perfect for this team. Pochettino has done everything and more asked of him for the roster given to him and the teams we've played and the games that we've played. Pochettino is never to blame for this loss. This was mental. This was immature. This was entirely player-oriented loss. None of this was a tactical error. None of this would have happened if our team was more sound and structured and together and complete. But instead, what we got was a broken mess. So, walking through the game. Starting out, we looked terrible, miserable. I mean, just truly miserable, all over the place. Looks like we haven't touched a field. Looks like we haven't practiced in fucking weeks. We get on the field. We're trying to do what we've done the whole tournament, and for whatever reason, nobody on the entire roster has any fucking clue where to be or what to do. And Belgium is composed. Belgium is confident. Belgium comes down and scores 9 minutes in. I've never seen a goal that was more deserved than that. Then after that, it doesn't get much better, right? Until the hydration break, we are continuously hemmed into our own half over and over and over again. And it seems like we can't get the ball out. It seems like I said, it seems like we haven't practiced. Tim Ream, horrible. Chris Richards, horrible. In this first beginning. Alex Freeman, love the kid. He couldn't clear the ball correctly. I mean, even on the first goal, that header, blast that shit way into the sky, and nobody followed up on it. Ball watching. Just straight ball watching, right? But we survive somehow until the hydration break. Hydration break hits. Pochettino comes in, gives the boys a speech, right? We win a free kick out of the hydration break. Malik Tillman, the only motherfucker on the whole roster with more than 7 on his FootMob rating. The only motherfucker who decided to show up. Malik Tillman. Props off to you. I'm so excited to see what you can do later in your career. But Malik Tillman, the only motherfucker who shows up, hits that with such technique, such finesse, glances off of a Belgium defender, and sails away from Courtois, who's diving the way in the direction of the initial kick. Bang, goes in. I lose my fucking mind. We're back in it. Pochettino got them hyped. Pochettino got them right. The tactics are back. The team looks good. We win a free kick. We capitalize on it. We tied. We can fucking do this. 2 minutes later, like fucking, I think like 60 seconds of game time, maybe less. And the complacency, the confidence that we came out of the hydration break with is out of the fucking door again. And we immediately give up a fucking header. We just look awful as soon as we get I don't know if it was overconfidence after we scored the goal. I don't know if our head just wasn't in the game, but we score that goal and our mindset, our tactical mindset, it just seems everybody on the field just seems to fucking forget how to play soccer again. It's like the goal was a factory reset for the whole starting 11, and we immediately give up a fucking another one, and we survive. We have to survive again to halftime. This whole game was just surviving minus a few little flashes, right? Or I should say the whole first half, because the second half comes around and Pochettino changes to a 3-5-2. He takes Dest out. He puts Reina in. And it's a whole tactical reshaping of the roster. And we come out and we look fast. We come out and we're starting to construct some form of seemingly fluidity and formative soccer, right? We're moving the ball around. We're advancing into their half. We're making balls in, right? It goes into our zone, right? It goes into our half. Little bit of a miscommunication, little bit of a counterattack, okay? And Vanaken is blasting, right? Running as fast as he can towards the ball. But Freeze is there. He makes the chest trap. And all he needs to do is kick it. All he needs to do is kick the ball. And this motherfucker hits a hesitation little fake out, fake shot, whatever the fuck, as if he was trying to go on a full field dribble. Row Z is the only option when you're being hemmed in on a counterattack. You trap it and you send that shit to Mars. That is the only option. You're not Manuel Neuer. You're not going to dribble it. You're not Ederson. You're not Allison. You're Matt Freeze. What do you think you're going to do? Are you going to dribble it, take it up the right side, put in a beautiful ball? No! You were a second choice keeper for like 5 years behind Matt Turner, and miraculously you got the starting job for this whole World Cup, right? And have you ever done this before? Do we need to reteach you how to kick a soccer ball? I've seen you kick goal kicks. I know you can do it. What went through your fucking head? What went through your noodle not to blast that shit as hard as you could? It was the easiest play to make. You didn't even need to make good contact with it. You could have sliced that shit. You could have fucking shot it at your own net and missed, and I would have been happier than what you did right there. Any form of contact would have been better. You could have turned around and put it into your own net, because that's basically what you did, with extra steps, by just not kicking it. So, Vanaken steals it. He puts that shit. Nice little curled shot. And Tim fucking Ream, the ball is coming directly to you. The ball is literally, it is on a trajectory towards your fucking face, right? It's towards your entire being. And I understand he's backtracking, right? I understand if he tries to make a quick move, he might fall over. If he would have fallen over, the ball would have hit him and the play would have ended. If he fell over, the ball would have deflected off him and gone out, right? But instead, he jumps like some kind of fucking gymnast figure skater and nicks the ball ever so slightly, causing absolutely no disruption in the ball's path, and it goes into the bottom right corner. Game's done right then and there. Because how fucking demoralizing. You've been hemming them in all half. They get one opportunity, and all that needs to be done is a kick of a ball. That is quite literally the name of the sport is football. All you have to do is put your foot to the fucking ball, and you failed to do that. Both of you, both Freeze and Tim Ream, failed to put a foot on the ball when the ball was directly in a place where the foot could very easily go to the ball. So now we're chasing 2 goals behind. We're getting some resemblance of opportunity, right? We're making a little bit of things happen. There's no way we're coming back. I don't give a fuck how crazy this World Cup has been. The teams that have done this comeback, soccer's like a big thing in those countries, right? They know that the fans will be upset if they don't at least go out trying. I genuinely believe some of the USMNT players have it stuck in their minds that even if they lose this, it's not really going to be that big of a deal because so many people don't care about soccer in this country. So it ends up end of the game, right? Chris Richards makes some dumb mistake. Lukaku scores. 4-1 loss. Individual efforts. I've gone over the defense. Freeman, mediocre, right? Anthony Robinson, subbed out in the 90th minute, also pretty mediocre. Tyler Adams had a couple okay plays, I guess, pretty mediocre. Weston McKennie, awful. Got a yellow card. I think he should have been subbed out for Reyna, and you should have kept the formation the same. That would have been my tactical adjustment, is just make that direct substitution. But Weston McKennie, once he got that yellow card, Weston McKennie plays with such aggression. And once he got that yellow card, that aggression, it's just like a mind switch, right? Because you can't get that second yellow. You can't afford to go down when you're already, you can't afford to go down a man when you're already losing. So I understand that, but then that's where he's got to come out of the game. That's the one mistake I think Pochettino made, was leaving Weston McKennie in the game. Tillman, brilliant. He's the only player who showed up. Christian Pulisic was the most underwhelming performance of anybody ever this whole tournament. Pulisic did fucking nothing this whole tournament. He did absolutely, literally nothing. He didn't score. I don't think he even got an assist this whole tournament. I'm looking right now to make sure I'm not going to eat my words, right? But I'm like almost positive that he did not do anything. Yeah, he definitely didn't score. And let's see how many assists. Like, I'm looking through the assists of our team right now. No assists. Right? No assists. He didn't do anything this whole tournament. And he's supposed to be our guy, right? He's supposed to be, big USA, Captain America, right? Miserable. He was miserable yesterday. He was miserable. Flo Balogun literally got put onto this fucking roster. He got put on to this roster borderline illegally to put up a 5.9 rating. He didn't do shit. He did nothing. Dest was fine, 6.3. I didn't agree with him being subbed out. What are you supposed to do from there? I mean, what are you supposed to do? I don't know where we go from here. We have some promising players coming up, but I think overall, the USMNT has a far, far away from ever being anything serious in the soccer world. I hope I'm wrong. I hope that we actually grow from this and we become more mature and we don't have these stupid things. We need defenders, and we need defenders now. We have great midfield. We have a lot of creativity. Our defense is struggling. Chris Richards, he had a great tournament, bad game, right? Tim Ream's not going to be here at the next World Cup. He's way too old. So we need goalies, and we need one more center back. And I think that is going to be a lot easier said than done. That's it for this one. Thank you all for watching. I should be getting back into, I know it's been a while, but I should be getting back into more consistent uploads here. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about this because I just need an event. Anyways, that's it for this one. Thank you all for watching. I'll see y'all next time.